Hey guys, this is Frank Socorro from SAE Miami, and in this next video we're going to be showing you how to work with 808s inside of your tracks.
Alright guys, so here we have the tutorial on how to use 808s in your mixes. I know a lot of you guys are producing in a style that's going to be using 808s, but sometimes it's difficult to get them to ring out in your mix like you want them to. So here are a couple of tips that I like to use when placing an 808 in a mix. So the first thing I like to do is find out whether my 808 is the only low frequency instrument or if there's something it's kind of battling with. And in this song right here, I actually have a kick that's playing along with the 808. So I'll play that. Okay, so what that means for me is that I don't have to worry too much about the punch of the 808. If I did, then I would probably do something like this. I'm just going to turn this up a little bit here. Now, because of the nature of the 808, sometimes they don't have a lot of attack. This one actually has a decent amount of attack, but there is a plugin which you guys actually get, or you guys get with the Native Instruments bundle, and it's actually called Transient Master. And it's similar to SPL's Transient Designer, and this will allow you to add kick, or not kick, attack to pretty much anything. And you can kind of hear the peak coming out of that 808 a little bit more now, which makes it a little bit easier to identify, especially on smaller speakers. Now, this 808, already has some good amount of attack, so I'm not going to worry about that too much. But I am going to mess around with the sustain, which kind of uses compression to extend the notes. So if you want your 808s to really ring out, you can adjust the sustain on this and get them to last a little bit longer. The only thing you have to be careful with is that the space between the notes is far enough to give you that ring. If they're too close together, then you're going to kind of chop one of them off with the extended compression. Okay, and let's bypass that and listen again. And then in. And bypass it. Definitely getting some good sustain out of that. Okay, and that's cool for 808s because it kind of lets them ring out a little bit longer, especially if there's no other low-end information in the track. Now, one more thing that's become pretty popular nowadays is actually doing some distortion on the 808, and this is a cool trick for when you needed to cut through on smaller speakers. So one great plugin for that is back to another Native Instruments plugin that comes with the Complete 10 bundle that a lot of our students get, is this supercharger. Now the supercharger allows you to add some saturation into your mix, and it has a cool wet dry mix here so that you can do kind of a parallel processing kind of deal. I'm going to leave it at 100% wet, and I'm just going to kind of crank it up. And then I'm going to crank my output. Alright, so let's bypass it. And let's go back now with it on. Okay, and you can hear the difference. You can hear those harmonics that are sticking out, and that's what's going to let your 808 cut through on your records, even on smaller speakers.
Alright guys, well I hope those tips were useful for you, for all my mixers and future producers out there. If you guys have any more questions or want some more info, check us out at sae.edu.